Hey, this is David Olney, and this show is called You Never Know, and my material self, I am basking on a beach somewhere, and my magical secret power self, I'm here playing for you, and I'm on vacation is what I'm saying, and I hope I'm having a good time. Let me see. I already talked about taking a summer vacation, yes. Late June at the Bluebird Café in the round with Tom House, Will Owen, and Brock Zeman. And then on tour July 15th through the 24th with Dan Seymour playing the bass, going up, you know, to the Northeast Mid-Atlantic shows. And then I don't know how this is going to work out. This is Liberty Circus show in early August, and shows in North Carolina and the Midwest later in August, and that's with R.B. Morris, Malcolm Holcombe, Alan Kaufman, and Alan Magnus. Okay, music, songs, poetry. It should be fun, you know. All right, and meantime, buy the album. Would it kill you to buy the CD? Come on, give me a break. No, don't make me beg. Please! No, I have too much dignity for that. Okay, this CD called Real Lies. This was produced by Tommy Spurlock. And when was this? 1997. Well, that's 20 years ago. And this is one of the songs on it. I'd written it a number of years before, but this was the first chance I had to really do a good recording of it. Many years ago, a man called Leonard set out to paint our Lord at his last supper. So he sent his servants forth among the poor to find the models for our Lord and his disciples. After many weeks of search, all were found save one, for no amount of gold could hire a Judas. The poor have their beliefs, and they will not tempt their God, and not a one dared play the base betrayer. And then one day a beggar with a haunted kind of face accosted Leonardo on the street. Have mercy, noble sir, and give what you can spare, and anything I do to win your favor. Leonardo gave a coin, the highest in the realm, and said 30 more to him who'll act as Judas. Now the beggar's eyes were blinded as the sun's light hit the coin, and he trembled as he fearfully accepted. For months the beggar sat, until late into the night, as Leonardo worked his master's touch. Ah, but this, of all the faces, was most difficult to catch, for the features of this man were ever changing. A face that once was haunted was now like one possessed, and eyes that once were frightened now were tortured. But at last the task was done, and the beggar got his gold, and he left that night and was never seen again. People talk about a man who goes from town to town, and he never stays in one place very long. And while no one knows his name, a few have seen his face in a picture that was painted long ago. And there is a story told of 30 coins of gold, and a man who cannot rest until he spends them. But he might throw them in the sea in the darkest hour of night. In the morning he will find they are still with him. Oh, right. That's called 30 Coins of Gold. And I wrote that kind of in the first few years I moved to Nashville. And it was, you know, I'm sure, I mean, I know that I'd heard Townes Van Zandt's Mr. Gold and Mr. Mud, and saw the possibilities of the sort of minor key recitation song. And I read about this passion play that's done in Germany, in Oberammergau, and that it's a presentation of the crucifixion and resurrection story. And they rehearse it all year long, and then they do it in this theater, I think outdoor theater. And I got to thinking about, you know, the guy that is going to play Jesus, you know, for a year, he's Jesus. It's, you know, worst things could happen to you. But what about the guy that's got to play Judas? And I just thought about how weird a thing it is to portray an evil person. And it's not just a weird thought going through my head. Think of Heath Ledger playing, what's his name, in Batman, playing, what was his name?
The Joker?
The Joker. You know, I mean, evidently he never got over that, and that was not maybe the main factor, but a factor in his killing himself. So anyway, that was the basis of thinking about that, what it would be like to have to portray Judas Iscariot, you know, for a year. And, you know, it was one of those things, I just started doing it and then got to the end of it and went, oh, good grief, what am I going to do with this? And I didn't play it for a long time. I just thought it was a little too strange. And there's no, it doesn't wrap up. What the thing I like about the story, telling that story in that way, is at the end, there's no happy ending. It's just a weird thing, you know. Doesn't work out better or worse for the guy posing as Judas. He's just strange and tortured. But I mean, he doesn't get hit by a bolt of lightning or anything like that. There's no moral that you can draw from that story as far as I'm concerned. Unless you really want to, and then that's your business. In the meantime, I'm going to go for a swim.
You never know. You never know.